Well, will you look at that? Another video! I really just decided to spoil you guys and upload something more than just a sketchbook tour. Technically, I've been planning on doing other videos, but knowing me, I usually just get insecure and never actually execute my little hobbies. So this is actually like somewhat of a milestone for me. This also took me longer than expected. I wanted to post this maybe 2 weeks after my last video, but I didn't have the opportunity to record a voiceover since I barely got time alone, and I'm in my 2 weeks Minecraft phase, so all my attention has gone into that. But yeah, anyway, first of all, my last sketchbook tour got like 10,000 views. No, 20 actually. 20,000 views, and now there's 1,000 of you guys, which is that's like impressive, very impressive. Can you help me with the layout? I don't know where to glue them. Like, no. Like, do you think this was good? I feel like this is too small.
What if Maxwell was in the middle?
Yeah.
And everything is just circling around him.
I don't know how to feel about milk, to be honest. Like this? Like...
I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
Just lay everything
honestly,
down and see.
Maybe I can like put Maxwell in the middle and then draw stars around him. Like he's this. You know, and then the stickers are just, you know. Because I do want to like paint over it or something. Not over it, but like, yeah. I had to rewrite this part of the script at least 5 times because the number kept rising. Just, where are y'all coming from? And what do you expect from me? Do you even know who I am? In case you don't, hi, I'm Schneckenvilk or Miroslav. I'm 20, I go by Daydam, and I draw, which is pretty impressive. Because I actually fell out of love with art when I was in high school. And maybe stopped drawing at all around 2022 to 23. So what you're seeing right now is somewhat unexpected. I never thought I'd get back into drawing, especially after experiencing such an intense burnout and going through a lot of self-loathing. But here I am, starting another sketchbook after just finishing one. Or not really. By this time, I finished at least 10 more pages. But I believe this is my 10th or 11th sketchbook. I'm not sure if I even counted the unfinished ones. It doesn't sound like a big number, especially since I'm 20, but I actually filled more than that. I just never counted them because of how rough and careless I drew in them. Technically, they're still sketchbooks. A lot of you would probably view them as such, but I'm okay with not counting them in. Back then, I didn't really have my preferred way of drawing figured out, so I had a sketchbook for the pretty sketches like you saw in my first tour, and one where I could do whatever I want. Of course, now I just combine them. I'm still struggling to make finished pieces like traditionally or even digitally because I think it's way less fun, and the more time I spend on a piece, the more anxious I get. But hey, this year I finished more illustrations than in the whole 22 to 23 years. Baby steps, I guess. Baby steps. Anyway, about what you're seeing on the screen right now, it's me decorating, and I don't have a lot of stickers. All the stickers that you see, specifically the postmark one and the bug, the stars and the teeth, are all Ferafel stickers from the artist Ferafel. And the Maxwell cat was actually printed by my girlfriend, and I just stole it from her. So yeah, you'll also see me struggling to put them in a way that I like. And I decided not to put anything on the back because I just don't like that the stickers get very worn down because it's the part that's on the table the most time. This time I'm drawing my Vyacheslav on the first page, and I'm not sure how to feel about this one. I don't fear the first page anymore, but I still want to put effort and care into it. I see it more as a checkpoint for myself. I would say usually I do it pretty well, but here I was drawing in a weird angles, so my sketchbook was a bit further away because I was filming the process, which made me see it under perspective, so at the beginning it looks really weird. The eye is way too high up, and I will fix it eventually, but even on the final result, I think I could have lowered it way more and just fixed a lot of things, but it is what it is. I'm okay with it. It's a drawing. I like it. A lot of people were saying that I'm very negative about my drawings, or like I'm very critical of myself, but when I say that I don't like something, it doesn't mean I hate it. I just know I can do better, that I've improved. Like, those drawings are good. I'm not denying it. They served a purpose. But I know I can do better now. So that's what I mean. I'm not like, oh, I hate every single piece. I don't like drawing. It's not that. I improved. That's all. And yeah. With that aside, this is the Hahnemühle. Hahnemühle? I think that's how you pronounce it. I've been learning German, yet I'm still not sure about pronunciations. Hahnemühle Nostalgie Sketchbook. And I've heard a lot of good things about it from different creators. And yeah, it's a good book. It is on the pricey side, especially for the amount of pages that they offer. It says it has 80 pages, but I like to count my progress by sheets, so 40 sheets total. I did come across one problem. No, two actually. One is that, despite the sketchbook laying flat, it has a little bump in the middle that I'm scared will develop into something really uncomfortable in the future. Maybe I'll find a way to twist the binding so it'll fix itself, but it's a shame that such an expensive sketchbook has this problem. The second thing isn't really the sketchbook's fault, it's more me not checking before buying, but the paper is really smooth. Like, there's barely any texture, if any. Which feels really nice, but the watercolors do not work with it. And that's the main medium I use when it comes to traditional coloring, at least in sketchbooks. The pigment lifts really easily, and I had a really frustrating time layering darker colors. I do remember seeing a lot of people using it with wet medium and still praising it, but on the little paper that comes with the sketchbook, it only mentions that it's good with dry medium, so it's not their fault. Okay, so I've written the script a while back now, so right now I have another thing to add. The sketchbook's cover is not made out of cloth, which is weird because it was textured like it and felt like it. A couple of days ago, that now is definitely more than that because it took me so long to record a voiceover. It started raining while we were biking and I got completely soaked. I have one of those Scancan backpacks, and despite it being resistant to water, it was raining so heavily it did get through it. My sketchbook did not get that damaged, but the cover started flaking off like you'd expect from wet paper. I'll include a picture somewhere. It's not that visible anymore, but just keep in mind if you want this. Overall, it is a good sketchbook, and I would recommend it if you want to treat yourself to a nicer one. Just don't get it wet, and don't use watercolors if you don't want to lose your mind. I will go back to cheaper ones after this one, though. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I don't like spiral bound, and I don't live in America, so please bear that in mind when mentioning more local brands. Anyway, I'm not really sure what else to talk about, especially since I'm not used to speaking for so long. I wrote the script expecting for it to give me at least 10 minutes of content, but I'll probably have to come up with new topics in between this, so I can stretch it for long. I can go off about my C's if you want, or anything else. You know what? Maybe next video I can just answer anything you guys ask, so go ahead. Don't be shy. Anything that goes through your head and doesn't violate YouTube's guidelines, you may ask. Well, I need to fill the audio somehow, so I guess I can go on about the materials that I used outside the sketchbook, which is all very cheap. It's VanGogh watercolors, a Faber Castell 2B pencil that got mutilated like maybe halfway through the video because the green, like, the green pigment on the pencil just started to get stuck on the paper and just smear it all over it. I had to just scrape it a little bit. And the kneaded eraser is also from Faber Castell. And the brush that I'm using is from Vinci, I think. The green line. I'm not sure what it's called. I'll include everything in the description actually, so you don't have to like guess. I'll just help you out. There was more in the frame, I'm sure, more art supplies that I didn't use, but yeah, don't worry about those. I'll just include those that I used. Oh yeah, I also use Faber Castell Polychromos color pencils and a pencil eraser shaped like a pencil. You may see it on the screen, like it's white and it's broken in half and has tape on it. That's it, I think. I'm not sure what to add. The script is very short and I'll have to speed up the video for it to be like a speed paint at this point because it's been only 13 minutes and the video originally was 40 minutes. So I'm not really sure what to say so I could make enough time for at least 20 minutes. But yeah, also a lot of it will probably be cut. Like all the stutters, all the us and likes will be cut out, so it'll be even shorter actually. I hope the audio sounds a bit better now because I'm literally in a closet using the iPad's microphone. Even though when I recorded, it also used its own microphone. It's just, I'm not sure. I'm using the voice memo app and I have no microphone. No actual microphone outside of the device itself. And the way I recorded this too, like all of it was film with things that you could just find at home, like the iPad Pro and 2 chairs put on the table, and there was a long ass canvas that I just put there that reached both of the chairs, and I just put the iPad on top of it so the camera peeked out of it. So it was really uncomfortable filming. I'm not sure if I'll fix it anytime soon because tripods are expensive. And for some people, me, 30 euros is a significant amount of money to give away for a little hobby, at least. If it somehow gets monetized and will earn me 30 euros, I will invest them into a tripod and maybe eventually a microphone, so you guys don't have to hear this awkward quality. I'm not sure, but yeah. Well, another thing I wanted to mention is thank you so much for the support in the sketchbook tour. I really didn't expect it to do so well. And I think it's like the first time my art has been in the spotlight. I've had some cookie run fan art pieces gather me some sort of attention, but never to this extent. I'll try getting more comfortable speaking on camera and just make the videos a bit more pleasant so you can enjoy them better. Don't expect anything fancy though. Like I said, everything that I used is just things you can find in any household at this point. It's just a camera, a phone camera or an iPad camera, and 2 chairs and hope. A lot of hope actually. And everything was edited in CapCut. Who knows though, maybe one day I'll be one of those cool guys with a cool room, a cool setup and everything, but yeah, so far we can dream. But yeah, I'm not sure when the next sketchbook tour is coming out. As I mentioned, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft because I'm in sort of a art block, so I don't want to force myself to draw. It just makes me feel very bad about myself and my art, so I just let it go, and whenever I feel inspired to draw, I do it. I still doodle in class and other stuff. I don't completely stop drawing, but still, I would recommend, like, if you feel that way, I would recommend you just take a break. Or, you know what, if something doesn't come out right the first time, warm up your wrist and then try drawing. And if it still doesn't come out like you want, seek for references, and if that doesn't come out like you want, take a break. Take a break. That means you're just tired, and yeah, it's time to sit back and relax and don't be like me. I actually have a lot of feelings about art that are just like that, and like neglecting my well-being for art was literally the reason I burnt out, I think, especially in high school, since my degree was very art-based or like art heavy. I guess all of our subjects, or almost all of them, were related to art, so I just kind of had to force myself to do stuff I didn't want to, and that led me to burn out from art in general. So yeah, I have a lot of personal experience I can share if any of you is interested. I'll record some more videos before my alone time is over, so if you're interested, I can both reply to your questions and just talk about my experience, or both at the same time. I don't know what questions you guys have, but yeah, I'll see you maybe in a couple of months. Yeah, I'll try finishing the sketchbook before going home to visit Ukraine. Hopefully I won't die. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for this being so short, or maybe it's too long for some people. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being patient with me. More videos will be on the way. Hopefully they won't take so long. Hopefully my Minecraft phase will be over by then. But yeah, see you soon, hopefully. Bye bye.